We say that functions are even if f of negative x is equal to f of x, and we say that they're odd if f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. And I want to look at the trig functions and try to determine if they are even or odd. Let's consider our unit circle, and we have a point P on the unit circle. By definition, this is going to be cosine theta sine theta, provided this angle here is theta. And if we try to draw the angle negative theta, so the same size angle, just moving in the other direction, we'll call this point Q. This should be cosine of negative theta sine of negative theta, since we moved in the negative direction. So this here is a vertical line, and we can see that the x-coordinates are actually going to be the same on a vertical line. I haven't shifted anywhere along the x-axis, I've only changed the y-axis. So that tells me that cosine of negative theta is equal to cosine of theta. In other words, cosine is an even function. On the other hand, sine of negative theta, we did flip across the x-axis. We have the same value of y, except that it's just negative since it's on the other side of the x-axis. So this is equal to negative sine theta, which tells me that sine is an odd function. So if I look at my even trig functions, I'll have cosine and secant, since secant is just 1 over cosine. On the other hand, my odd trig functions are going to be sine, cosecant, tangent, and cotangent. All 4 of the other trig functions are going to be odd. So let's look at how we can use this. Let's look at cosine of negative 60 degrees. Since cosine is even, this is the same thing as cosine of 60 degrees. And using my unit circle, we know that cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. For tangent of negative pi over 6, we know that tangent is odd, so this is negative tangent of pi over 6. Tangent is sine over cosine. Sine of pi over 6, according to my unit circle, is 1/2. Cosine of pi over 6, according to my unit circle, is square root of 3 over 2. So this is negative 1/2 times 2 over the square root of 3. Or negative 1 over the square root of 3. We can rationalize this denominator to get the square root of 3 over 3.